Well, I call the book Monsters and Miracles because I think American society was very primitive at the time that Henry Bergh came into the picture, and there were a lot of really bad players inflicting immense amounts of cruelty to animals in very careless ways. So along comes Henry Bergh and challenges the status quo, gets laws passed, and starts a movement to get the public thinking about changing their attitude toward dumb animals, which was the term used in those days. Today, of course, we know that animals are much smarter than we imagined. But like every social justice movement, it took time to get going, and Bergh got the anti-cruelty laws passed in New York State in 1866. And he also got enforcement powers to arrest and prosecute people. But even though he was a wealthy man, he had limited resources. His SPCA only had a dozen agents in the field. And he had both supporters and detractors who lined up usually according to their financial interests. He was going up against a lot of powerful people and companies like Commodore Vanderbilt, who owned the horse-drawn streetcar lines, and even the famous showman P.T. Barnum, who had a museum filled with live animals that burned down twice. But Bergh was very clever in getting attention and notoriety in the newspapers. There were news stories of his busts, and editorials and cartoonists satirized him, but ultimately he loved both the positive and the negative attention because it all brought more attention to his issues.